fitness regimes a little bit later on, because right now I want to talk to you about an event which is happening in London this morning. If you heading in, perhaps heading past the Olympic Park in Stratford, you are in for quite a sight, because people from Berkshire and across the country are coming together to break a world record for most people gathering in one place wearing red trousers. Yes, you did hear me correctly. It's an actual thing. It's all for a special cause. The person who's organised it all is Paul Finch, who joins me on the line. And Paul, come on, explain. This has all got to do with your own story. Tell us more.
Yeah. Good morning, Bridgitte, and thank you. Yes, 5.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with bowel cancer, completely out of the blue. And worse than that, I was then given a 10% chance of making it 5 years. And in August, I had my 5-year all clear. So I've had quite a long journey. But also, it's interesting you're talking about fitness there, really, because I think fitness has a huge role to play in people's health. And what we're trying to do with Red Trouser Day is raise awareness to get people paying more attention to themselves. But for those particularly who are on treatment, having some fun in the process. So we're going for a big ramble around the Olympic Park, as you quite rightly just pointed out, trying to get a record number of people, a world record. I mean, where better place to try and do that in the Olympic Park, of course. But a gathering of people wearing red trousers, it will look quirky. We've done it a little bit in the past. It raises a lot of curiosity, and that's the whole point, really. So I'll just pause, Bridget.
So just talk to me about why red trousers, because you, as you mentioned, have been through an incredible journey yourself, and it's such great news to hear the 5-year all clear. As you try to inject a bit of fun so you can raise money for all of this, why red trousers?
Well, yes. So when I was on treatment, and the treatment can be quite brutal with radiotherapy and chemotherapy and all that great stuff, but I've got a lot of friends and family that were very keen to try and help out somehow, and it was very difficult to understand how they could help me, because actually I just wanted to be left alone. So I decided to run a charity curry night, which is about the last thing I felt like eating when I was on treatment, but we did it. And I filled this restaurant. I have no idea why, but in the run-up to that event, I decided to buy a bright red pair of trousers. I think it was the summer, and maybe it was just warm, but I did. And on the evening, my son, I've got 2 sons, and one of them was ribbing me a little bit. Why on earth are you wearing red trousers, Dad? What's happened? And he was so embarrassed, and the banter was flying around. So I decided, with his birthday coming up in a couple of weeks' time, I said to his friends and my friends, I tell you what, we ought to have a boys' night out wearing red trousers in honour of the fact that his dad is he's very embarrassed with his dad wearing trousers. So, and we did. There's about 30 to 40 people, of both ages, met in a pub in the West End, and I decided to turn it into a bit of a fun sort of fundraiser. And we raised £1,200 on the night, and everybody said to me, this is such a great idea. It raises the curiosity. Why don't you turn it into a campaign? That was 4 or 5 years ago now. Well, 5 years ago now. And of course, we've converted it into a campaign and now a charity. So we're at 3rd year as a charity, and we've raised probably close on to £150,000 in 3 and a bit years now, and supporting a lot of innovative research at the Royal Marsden. So very humbling, but it's all spurred on by my son being a little bit embarrassed by his dad wearing red trousers in a public place.
I do love that story. I really do. An incredible amount of money raised. How many people do you expect to turn up to amble around in their red trousers around Olympic Park this morning?
You never really know, do you, really? But the weather's looking good at the moment in London. We have blue skies, so I'm hoping for 100 or 2, that's for sure. But, it's the spirit of the occasion, and the key thing here is fun. When you're on cancer treatment, and particularly friends and family who don't know how to help, let's just go and have a gathering, have some fun, and sort of be supportive to each other, really. So over 100 is the answer, but 2 would be great.
Listen, just remind us of the website. People want to find out more.
Please feel free to donate on our website and learn a lot more about our activities. It's all in support of the research, particularly at the Royal Marsden, but it's redtrouserday.com.
There you go, nice and easy. Paul, enjoy the ambling, and we'll look forward to seeing the pictures. Red Trouser Day. Paul Finch, what an incredible story.